Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Pages and Me. My name is Jolien, and if you love a cozy book set full of friendship, heartwarming stories and a touch of romance, you're going to love this video. I finally read the series Valerie Lane by Manuela Inusa, and for me it felt like a cozy warm cup of tea. So let's talk about this series. How I discovered the series. So I found book 2 and 4. So I found the story about Kira and Susan. I found in the thrift shop, and those were the only two ones who were there. And I was like, oh, you could read this as an interconnected standalone. So I was in a mood for some romance, and I thought, I'm going to buy these, going to read these. They look nice. And spoiler alert, these two books were my favorites of the stories follow for the woman. My number one was book number 6, like the ending, but these were my favorites, where we follow the woman. Then later on, how was it? I think then we found these two, book 5 and 6, in the bookstore. So we bought these new, and then like a week or two ago, I found book 1 and 3 again in the same thrift shop about the other two. So 4 of these were thrifted, and the other two we bought. This series is set in Oxford, in Valerie Lane, as is called the title. And in each book we follow a woman who opens her store in Valerie Lane, and they each meet the love of their life. They meet their best friends, they get to love the life, like they have heart in their life, and in the end they have everything they wanted. It's also called Valerie Lane because the street is called after a woman who owned a shop in the street earlier, like much earlier, and her name was Valerie, and she couldn't get her own children, so she wanted to give the community a lot. So every Wednesday evening she was open, and people could come and drink a cup of tea free and talk to her, or she gave away bread to people who couldn't buy it, and even for the people who didn't have houses, she brew a lot of clothes, and just the little things that made a lot for people who didn't have anything in their life. This is book 1, The Theewinkel Geluk, and here we follow Laurie, and she has her own tea shop, and she's open every Wednesday evening, so people can come by and drink a cup of tea free, just like Valerie did. So she wanted to do something too, so she did this. This is book 2, De chocolaterie van je dromen, and herein we follow Kira. I think you say it like this. And she is in a toxic relationship with her boyfriend. She owns her own chocolate shop, and she always wanted to get children, and her boyfriend didn't want to have any. And she finds out her boyfriend has a child with another woman, and child's like 7 or even older, and she feels betrayed because he talks her down, like, you're so fat because you only eat chocolates, like you need to move more, like eat less, you don't get to eat that because you're so fat. Because since she opened her own chocolate store, she got a little bit further because, hello chocolate, you need to try it, you need to know if it's good or not. So in the end she dumps him and she falls in love with a customer of her, and they have a happy ending. This is book 3, De Betoverende Antiekzaak, and this is Ruby, and she studied in London, I think, and when her mom died, her dad called her like, come back, just come back. So she came back, her mom died, she has to keep open the antique store because she has the mom has an antique store, and that's also the original shop that woman Valerie had. So she keeps it open, but she doesn't love the store with her heart, like she only does it because her mom wants her to open, like keep it open. This is my little book. Yeah, her dad, after her mom died, her dad broke down, and it's like a child, and he only wants to eat like one type of food a week. Like 1 week he has a banana week, and he only wants to eat bananas, and the next week he only wants to just every week something else. And he loves his radio, and he only wants to listen to radio. But Ruby falls in love with a guy who lives on the streets, and that guy was a writer in his, I would say, former life, because he lost his family. So she falls in love with the guy, and the guy likes her dad, like he knows how to get away with him, like, let's go to the park, let's do this, like, you know, he doesn't find him weird. And yeah, she also has a happy ending. So, then this is Valerie Lane number 4. This is called Het Wonderbaarlijk Wolparadijs. And here we follow Susan, and Susan has a wool shop, everything knitted like wool, and clothes she knitted herself. Yeah, she has a bit of a tragic story because she almost got married before, and he left her at the altar, so she ran away, and closely after she miscarried her child, and she didn't know it before, but she wanted to call her baby Valerie. So when she lost her child and she passed by Valerie Lane, she thought, like, this is a sign, I need to do something with this. So her shop was free and she wanted to rent it, and the house above the shop is also from her. So yeah, she also falls in love with her co-worker's brother. So in this story they also have a happy ending. And this is book number 5, De Charmante Cadeauwinkel. And this is a book about Orchid. And she has a gift shop. And she has a boyfriend. And she always thought like, I don't know a lot about him. So she starts asking questions because they are together for like 7 years. And she wants to know like, how was America for you? Like, what did you eat breakfast? And he totally shoots down and he gets angry. So she looks through his phone and he gets mad. She finds a CIA or FBI number, one of those two, I think FBI number. She calls it. She knows like, oh, FBI, this is Charles. Yeah, that's Charles. How can I help you? And she freaks out. So she finds out her boyfriend like is in witness protection, and she also falls in love with a guy who also has a shop in Valerie Lane, Tobin, and she was like, I actually want to be with Tobin and not with Patrick. She breaks up with Patrick and she wants to be with Tobin. She is with Tobin, and Patrick sends a message like, I'm leaving for America, I want you to come with me. And in the end, she leaves everything behind. She goes to her boyfriend Patrick in America, and she has a happy ending in this story. I loved this series because the women love each other, they support each other. It isn't just only about friendship, it's about second chances and how they heal in the stories. So yeah, I recommend this series. What I also loved about this series is that it's very fast paced. Like, I read some of these books in one day, like 3 until 4 hours. So I could read multiple of these books a day, but I like reading in the evening, so one a day was enough for me. And yeah, I like this series, but I'm going to give this whole series to my mom because she was also interested, and even though I loved it, I'm not going to read it again, and I want space on my shelf, so I'm going to give this series to my mom. To who would I recommend this series? Definitely to people who want something, a romance, fast-paced, cozy vibes, something to want to read in a day, like in a few hours. I think you could describe the books best to someone like it's a Hallmark movie, so very fast, easy, very predictable, but still very sweet. Have you read the series, or do you have any other cozy series I need to check out? Drop it in the comments. Thank you for flipping through pages and me. Bye guys.